Let's get right into it. Number 1, the sudden calm before the end. Ever seen someone on a hospital bed who's been totally out of it, then suddenly perks up, starts chatting, and seems fine? Like miraculously lucid? That's not the sequel. That's the prequel to the finale. This strange phenomenon is known as terminal lucidity, and it's as creepy as it is poetic. People who've been unresponsive for days or completely lost in dementia suddenly snap back into focus hours before death. They recognize family, crack jokes, say goodbye, and then peace out. Science has a theory or two, of course. One idea is that the brain's dying process releases a last surge of neural activity, sort of like a flickering light bulb before it burns out. Another possibility? The brain lets go of inhibitory processes, and what's left is raw, chaotic awareness. Either way, it's not a comeback. It's a curtain call. To everyone around, it feels hopeful, like things are turning around. But nope. That's your body putting on a final show before the credits roll, the encore before the organ failure. Basically, your brain is like, hey, before we power down permanently, let's say a few final words. Also, remember your second cousin's birthday? No? Well, now you do. For 5 minutes. Charming and terrifying. Number 2, the death rattle. If horror movies had a soundbite for final moments, this would be it. It's not a ghost, it's not a demon. It's just your throat. The death rattle is a wet, gurgly sound that happens when someone is very close to death and too weak to clear the fluids in their throat. You're breathing, but barely, and mucus is doing a slip and slide across your vocal cords. The result? A haunting, gravelly noise that sounds like your soul's trying to gargle goodbye. Doctors say it's not painful for the person dying, more disturbing for the people in the room. Like your body decided, let's make this as traumatic as possible for everyone involved. Cue the demonic soundtrack. It's basically your body saying, I'm done running things, so we're just gonna let nature squelch around it. Who needs quiet, peaceful exits when you can go out sounding like a possessed vacuum cleaner? Number 3, cold hands, warm exit. Your heart's slowing down. Blood isn't making its usual rounds. And what's the first part of your body to throw in the towel? Hands and feet. As death approaches, your circulatory system gets stingy. The brain and vital organs hoard the blood, and your limbs become optional. Like, sorry fingers, we're downsizing. So what do you get? Cold, bluish extremities, that charming combo of hypoxia and sorry you're not on the guest list for survival. If your toes are looking like they belong to a Victorian ghost, your body's basically prioritizing like a ruthless manager. We're cutting departments. The spleen stays. The pinky toes can fend for themselves. Ironically, it's your body trying to save you, or at least keep the important parts online as long as possible. But it also means your handshake gets creepier by the hour. And if you were wondering why grandma's feet were ice cubes that one night, well, yeah. Number 4, death's weird breathing hacks. Your breathing gets real weird before you die. We're talking irregular rhythms, gasping pauses, and patterns that sound like you're trying to beatbox in slow motion. This is Cheyne-Stokes respiration, and it's not a party trick. It's your brainstem checking out of hotel body. It's caused by the brain's control center losing its grip on automatic breathing. You inhale deeply, pause, wait for the brain to remember how lungs work, and exhale with a dramatic flare. The breath holding can last so long that people around you think, oh no, they're gone. And then, surprise inhale, nope, still here. For now. It's unsettling because it toys with your expectations. Like your body is gaslighting the room. Is this it? Pause. Just kidding. Basically, your nervous system is throwing a tantrum in your honor. Number 5, your eyes start posing for a horror movie. Your pupils? Yeah, they get weird. Right before death, many people's eyes either dilate dramatically or glaze over like expired donuts. Sometimes both. Because why not? As oxygen disappears and blood pressure tanks, your pupils lose their chill. The smooth muscle controlling their size goes, I give up, and the pupils just blow wide open, black voids staring into the abyss. Combine that with fixed, unfocused gazes and maybe a little twitching, you've got the eyes of a haunted doll. Congratulations. Oh, and here's a fun bonus. Sometimes the eyes don't fully close. That's right, your eyelids may just forget to finish the job. So your loved ones are left with a semi-conscious glare that looks like you're silently judging everyone one last time. Medically, this is just a natural shutdown of the cranial nerves, but visually, it's full-on ghost story. Number 6, the smell of goodbye. Let's talk olfactory horrors. Most people associate the smell of death with rotting bodies. Gross, but post-mortem. But guess what? There's a pregame scent too. As the body shuts down, organs start to go on strike. The liver? Not filtering toxins anymore. The kidneys? Nope. The digestive system? Enjoy the backlog. What you get is a shift in body odor. It's not always obvious, but some nurses and hospice workers swear they can smell when someone's about to die. A mix of chemicals like putrescine and cadaverine, yes, those are real names, start to leak out. They sound like Harry Potter villains, but they're just your own cellular trash bags popping open. It's like your body's doing a soft launch for decomposition, a little teaser trailer of what's to come. So yeah, if your skin starts giving off weird vibes, it might be your cells whispering, the end is nigh. Number 7, the skin turns into a topographic map. Ever seen someone's skin look mottled, like blotchy purple patches climbing up from their legs? That's livor mortis, and it usually happens after death, but it can start just before too. As the heart slows, blood starts to pool. Gravity takes over. Your body becomes a passive sack of fluids, and the results aren't flattering. The skin gets patchy, almost like tie-dye, but without the fun summer camp vibe. It's your blood saying, we're done circulating. We're just going to hang out wherever gravity takes us. To doctors and nurses, it's a warning sign. This person probably has hours, maybe minutes. To everyone else, it looks like a weird bruise apocalypse. Basically, your skin starts previewing the color palette of the afterlife. Number 8, you stop wanting food because your body knows this one's less flashy but deeply weird. In the final days, people stop wanting food or water. And no, it's not just depression or nausea. It's your body intentionally ghosting the survival instinct. Turns out, as your organs begin to shut down, digesting stuff becomes more trouble than it's worth. Metabolism slows to a crawl. Hunger switches off. Even thirst goes quiet. Your digestive system is like, we're closed, please leave. Loved ones often panic. They have to eat. But forcing food can actually cause more discomfort. The body is doing the biological version of Marie Kondoing. This sandwich no longer sparks joy. It's eerie because it's one of the clearest signs the end is near. When your body stops asking for the basics, it's basically saying, we're checking out soon. Don't bother refilling the minibar. Number 9, the final fever. So, picture this. You're lying there, your body's slowly shutting down, and suddenly, you're hot. Like burning up, fever hot. Except there's no infection, no virus, no angry immune system. That's what's known as terminal fever, and it's your hypothalamus, aka the body's thermostat, completely losing its mind. As your brain degrades, pop, the part responsible for regulating temperature just panics. It's like your body is yelling, fire drill, even though the building is literally falling apart. The result? A mysterious spike in body heat, sometimes accompanied by sweating, confusion, and rapid breathing, all of which sounds a lot like being stuck in a haunted sauna. And doctors still aren't totally sure why it happens. Some think it's brain inflammation. Others think it's the nervous system melting down like a bad Windows update. Either way, it's your internal thermostat going full chaos mode before unplugging itself forever. So, if you ever hear someone say they were burning up at the end, they might mean it quite literally. It's the body's last weird flex. I may be dying, but I'm going out spicy. Number 10, phantom senses and weird delusions. Let's talk hallucinations, because sometimes right before death, your brain opens up the weirdest tab in its history. Many people report seeing deceased relatives, hearing music, feeling like they're floating, or sensing light where there is none. These aren't drug-induced, and often they happen in people who were otherwise not very mystical. You could have been the most grounded person alive, and suddenly you're chatting with Aunt Mildred's ghost while riding a celestial escalator. This is likely the result of oxygen deprivation, brain chemical surges, or good old-fashioned cognitive breakdown. In other words, your brain's like, reality is overrated. Let's switch to dream logic. What's especially creepy? People across cultures report eerily similar experiences, like being greeted by ancestors walking toward a light or being told it's time. Coincidence? Shared biology? Or just your brain rolling credits? So yeah, your mind might turn into a low-budget horror movie director in its final hours. Lights, hallucinations, existential cameos. Great. Number 11, the final stretch reflex. This one's super unsettling. Right after someone dies, their body might suddenly stretch, groan, or even sit up a little. And yes, it freaks everyone out. Every time. These are called post-mortem reflexes, and they're caused by random nerve firings as the body shuts down. Basically, your muscles get one last jolt of chaotic electricity and go, wait, what was I doing again? Oh, right, tensing up dramatically. It's like your nervous system couldn't resist pulling one last prank. Some people even let out a gasp or groan, not because they're alive, but because air is shifting in the lungs. So you end up with grandma suddenly exhaling like a zombie and everyone in the room needing therapy. These movements don't mean the person's coming back. It's just meat puppet physics. But try telling that to someone who just saw a corpse twitch like it's rebooting. Basically, your body's final message is, I'm dead, but let's make sure everyone in the room doubts it for a second. Number 12, the brain's final fireworks show. Here's a fun thought. Your brain might actually get more active right before you die. Yeah, more active, not less, because apparently it likes to go out with a bang. Some studies on rats, and more recently humans, have shown a burst of high-frequency brain activity moments before clinical death. We're talking gamma waves, which are normally associated with consciousness, memory, and cognition. Basically, your brain's throwing a full-on rave in its final seconds. Why? No one's totally sure. It could be a desperate attempt to reboot. Or maybe it's the brain's last chance to process everything, like a greatest hits montage before the lights go out. There's even speculation this could explain near-death experiences, the tunnel of light, the feeling of peace, the flashbacks. It might not be the afterlife, just your brain's final acid trip. So, if you've ever wondered what your last thought might be, it could just be a sensory explosion of every memory mashed into one last glorious hallucination, like Netflix autoplaying your life's highlight reel before unplugging your consciousness. Final verdict, your brain refuses to die quietly. Drama queen to the end. Number 13, you glow a little before you go. Okay, this one sounds fake, but hang with me. Some dying cells can emit faint bioluminescent light, like tiny microscopic glow sticks. It's not visible to the naked eye, but under certain imaging, dying cells give off photons as part of a chemical reaction called oxidative stress. Basically, as your cells run out of oxygen, they release free radicals, and in the chaos, a few photons get kicked out too. Not enough to light up a room, but scientifically, yes, your death is kind of sparkly. It's like your body saying, hey, I know this is a bummer, but here's some glitter. No, you're not going to turn into a nightlight, but it's wild to think that deep in your cells, you're doing a microscopic fireworks display. Bonus points if you die in a lab and someone catches it on camera. So if anyone ever says you were glowing at the end, weirdly, they're not totally wrong. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.